So hi guys. So the topic is COVID and depression. COVID and depression, and what are the signs and what are problems we are facing in today's world. So I'm going to let my husband elaborate on that, and then I'm going to come back and finish with depression and all of that. So honey, take over.
Yes. Under the COVID pandemic, a lot of people been going through a lot of stress. Yes, and also it's also driving up depression. Because of the isolation. We human beings are social creatures.
Yes,
we need
we are.
constant socialization with our family, with our friends. We are being cut off by that.
Yes.
And also that we can't only look on the repercussion of COVID as a killing of a virus that is
Yes.
killing people,
Yes.
but mentally it is destroying the society.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and also we have not. This is the big one also. Financial distress. A lot of
Yes.
people losing their jobs.
Yes, because of this pandemic. Yes, it is.
Livelihood.
Yes.
And it's destroying, and a lot of people will be out of a job. I believe that in the near future, this might cause some economic depression.
Yes.
Or recession.
Yes.
Over time.
Both
So
will be a problem.
So the government need to put certain implementation also to certain safety nets for
Yes.
our young people, because
Yes.
a lot of these people, we don't have any social assistance, nothing from the government, will also turn to crime.
Yes.
So we have to look at these.
Yes.
And also the long-term effects of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yes.
Depression.
Depression.
This depression, because
Anxiety.
because the PTSD, the symptoms you have to look out for, is anger, frustration.
Yes.
You're often depressed,
Yes.
you lose control. So these are the things that all the hallmarks have to look out for.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, over time, even after the pandemic is over, we're going to still go through these things, this post-traumatic stress disorder.
Because it doesn't go away like a bad flu.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't go anywhere. It
So,
stays with you.
This thing is also, it is going to redefine society. Or we see, or we look at people again. We're not going to be this close ever again.
Yes.
So we have to look out for these things as well. The government have to understand these things, that lockdown, I don't think lockdown really works.
Yes, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Because here in Jamaica now we have lockdown for all the weekends. And mind you, I don't understand why we have lockdown in weekends, because Monday morning during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to Friday, we are going to have a opening up, and the disease that was on pause for the weekend is going to come right back. It's not going to stop because we post it and we stop for the weekend. So it's not going to go. It's going to stay right where it is. It's not going to go anywhere. So for the weekend, it's not going to ever happen again. After the weekend is up, it's going to go back, because remember, people are going to go back to work. People are going to go back to their normal activities. So it doesn't do anything. So I think this lockdown thing is ridiculous. I really think this is ridiculous. I get that the government is trying to do what they can, and I commend them for that, for at least trying. But this is not the way. This cannot help. This is not going to help any at all.
Also, we have to look at that this virus is also, you're 99.7% likely to survive it.
So you have a large chance of surviving.
Yeah, and we have to look. The government, yes, put in this COVID trying to stop the pandemic.
Yes, I understand.
We understand.
Yes.
But what about the economic and mental impact?
Yes.
So we have to look at, in the global, you can study on the global trending, more suicides.
Yes.
Domestic violence going up. You have more panic attacks going up.
Yes. Depression.
Drug abuse.
Yes.
People are smoking more. People are taking drugs more.
Yes.
Surging demand of antidepressants.
Yes.
So we have
sleeping tablets, all of that are on high demand now.
Yes, so we have to look at these social and mental impacts on our society. And this thing going to be imprinted on us for a very, very long time.
Yes. But it's not. I heard people saying on the I watched a couple of programs, and people are saying that I got through this depression and it was wonderful and I'm no better. There's no better. The people that are saying this, it doesn't go away like a bad flu. It goes nowhere. And the simplest thing can be a trigger for a person that has depression and been through anxiety and all of that. The simplest thing is a trigger. So any fights, arguments, those are triggers. So when you're going to say that it goes away and I'm better now, yes, you can be in a better place. Therefore, you can be in a better place. But what I'm saying, it doesn't go away. So some people are talking like, I've gotten through it. We are better now. This is better, and everything is okay. It's not. It doesn't go out. It doesn't go away. It doesn't go anywhere. It's there forever. It's like having a child. You have to deal with it.
Yes, and also that this is one of the things that we Jamaicans we really neglect. Mental illness.
Yes.
It is a worrying trend.
Taboo thing. You look at that little lid on it. Put a lid on it because you're mad, you're crazy. If you have a little depression or post-traumatic stress disorder, you are crazy. In Jamaican terms, in the world terms, you are psycho. You're schizophrenic. You're not mentally. You're mentally unstable. Yes, I get it that you're mentally unstable, but you have different cases, different type, different strategic to deal with this form of thing. So it's not if you have depression or you have a little anxiety, you're crazy. You're not a crazy person. It's just that everybody deals with things differently.
Also, that research shows that at least 4 out of every 10 Jamaicans have some type of psychiatric disorder. So this is a worrying trend, and the government need to also try to establish things to help these people who are going through. Cause a lot of these people can't really identify these things happening to them, or the symptoms happening to them. Because this disorder, it's most people will written off and say, probably it's just a little stress.
Yes.
Or some people, some of the people will also say it's probably phobia.
Yes. We have that. Yes, it's phobia. Our spirits attacking them and all of that.
Yeah, because we don't have enough. A lot of people don't have the
understanding and the awareness of this terrible illness, this terrible disease. This is a disease.
And also that if it continue like this and added with the COVID problem, this is going to skyrocket. In the next decade, probably double or triple
the amount.
This is a published research by Professor Emeritus of the Psychiatry at the University of West Indies, Professor Frederick Lynn. He found in 2011 study that about 40% of the population suffered from a type of mental illness, but the figure even can get even higher. All right, Emmons argued that if one considers that there are a lot more persons who are suffering from stress disorder, psychosis, brain and psychotic disorders and depression. So this is also shows that a research has been done. It shows that a lot of the majority, a lot of people in Jamaica currently suffering from mental illness. So we need to also think the government need to put strategies in place to help to alleviate this problem as well. There are people suggesting that since the COVID and it's going to cause crime to go up. But my latest research has shown, although it's Wikipedia, a lot of people don't think it's credible, but I think it's credible. I mean, a lot of things in life is not always 100% accurate, because
nothing is 100% accurate.
Even recorded history people can falsify things. People can add things what not there. Even the Bibles can add things there, which I totally validate. I believe actually the Bible is based on faith, so actually believe that everything in the Bible is correct.
Yes, it is.
But a lot of things in the textbooks, anything can be falsified as well. So we should also we should take everything with a grain of salt. We have to be skeptic.
Yes, open-minded
at times and open-minded. Yes. So we and not everything we see we're gonna just observe. I have to research and see, add things up and see if they come and make sense.
Yes.
So they show that the impact of COVID and crime is also reducing. There's a serious reduction in crime in the world today. But we can see that in Jamaica. I have seen that most people believe that poverty is also a problem that's driving up crime. But I don't think so, because you have so much country that living under the poverty line. You have Rwanda, you have a lot of African countries, and now you have Moldova, You have so many countries right now, and they're not in the top 10.
Exactly, and the poverty
Worse.
is above by far Jamaican.
Yes.
Above, like
Yes.
above, really above, because this stage here in Jamaica, we can go and pick a mango somewhere. We can go and get a neighbor to assist us or something like that. That doesn't happen in the world around us now.
Also,
But that is here in Jamaica.
Also, I will show you a news clipping of the farmer showing from the news showing that even during the COVID time, the farmers are also suffering.
They have been heavily hit, heavily
from theft and also larceny and all those stuff. So, we should not use crime to measure say that it is part of COVID. No, crime has been in Jamaica before, and it has been rising steadily.
And it's not going anywhere. Even after the COVID, even if it stops or not, it's still going to be here. Ain't going nowhere.
Those people, always say that, you give poor people money, it will solve them, no, it doesn't work that way. I mean, you can give a poor man $1 million, but, he can waste it, a lot of these scammers, they make how much millions of dollars, and where they do the money, so they have to keep on scamming because they waste it, they buy all kind of stuff and they don't invest it or do something, I don't believe in anything illegal. I believe that a man should earn his bread honestly, he was work by his sweat of his brow. So end of the day, we all want something out of life, but by doing, by ripping down other people to make yourself go on the top, I don't believe in that. So we Jamaicans, we need to have a better moral compass in our society.
And I want to state on depression in itself, and I want to say some of the trigger points and some of the things that you will know. There are signs that you have it and it's there, because some people don't understand how to deal with it, and who know how to deal with it doesn't quite know that this is what they have. So, and those who know what it is are afraid of coming out to say, yes, this is what I have, this is what I'm whatever, because they're afraid of society and what society might say about it and how it would affect them and their families. So they sit back and stay and don't do anything about it till it gets to schizophrenia or get to something even worse. So I will tell you what are the triggers, the warning signs, and what can you do to sometimes alleviate it. It can't go away, it won't go away, but it can get better. So some of the signs are you being alright, you're okay now and you're happy. Then in a couple of seconds you're sad, you're uncomfortable, you're sad and you don't know why. You're agitated, you're easy to cry, you don't know what is the problem, you feel this heaviness on your stomach, this heaviness on your chest, and you feel like you can't breathe. Somebody says something to you, whether it's good or bad, sometimes it's also a trigger. You feel uncomfortable, you feel like your body is not yours. You feel like you're not in your skin, you feel uncomfortable in your own skin. It's just that you're all over the place emotionally. And you feel like you're alone. Even if there are 1,000 people around you, even if there are 1,000, 1,500, you still feel like you're alone in the world. So these are some of the signs and some of the things you can do to just to alleviate the stress, because now in COVID times, I know it will get worse because, mind you, you don't have anyone to talk to. That's one of the problems. You can't see a friend or a family member to stay with you because you have to social distance and you have to stay at your yard, as the government say. So you have to stay home, so you can't be together with your friends and family. So that is one of the problems. Also, being alone, it's another trigger point also. So what you could do, you could try to go to the nearest clinic, the nearest psychiatric clinic near to you, and you can specify, talk with the doctor. Even if it's the normal doctor, they will refer you to someone that you can talk to, whether that's by paying or privately, whether that's by paying or publicly. But preferably, I know most people would like to do it privately. But if you can do it publicly, because it's not as bad as you think it is. People are more and more now accepting that this is part of society. It's not a 100% thing, but people are now accepting. So it's more accepting. People won't ridicule you or make you feel uncomfortable as bad as before. Because before people think you under spirits or something. Now people are actually knowing that this is a a problem and we have to do something about it and have to try. So you can go to the doctor and they give you some medication, talk to you. You can talk to a pastor, a pastor or a family friend. Just say something to someone. Don't let this disease take over your life and your household. Okay.
Yes, and also we have to understand that COVID is not the first pandemic.
We had a lot
there are
more.
also one they call the Spanish flu. It was known as in 1918 as the influenza pandemic, and it was very deadly. It killed about 50 million people, and it lasted from February 1918 to April 1920. Yes, there were social changes, and it caused a lot of impact on society, because a lot of good men went to war in the war of World War One, and many died, and after World War One there are many more that died more than World War. So we have to understand that even back then time there weren't a lot of social problems. Like there were social problems, but like what's happening in Jamaica, where this high crime rate and so on, and the breakdown of social order,
Yeah.
it wasn't really happening back then time. So you can't use this as an excuse to, oh, because of COVID the crime is going up. The crime is going up because of social problems, society, such as lack of family values.
Yes.
And also you have the many of the youth and don't have any father, no guidance.
Yes.
Our culture promoting certain music which influence your mind, the dancehall. Instead of we should be growing towards the church, we actually refusing it, because Jamaica has one of the most churches per capita.
Exactly.
So we have to understand that, yes, COVID gonna cause a lot of economic impact. Yes, might inadvertently cause some crime, but not on the explosion, right? That's happening here. It's supposed to not, because even the drugs trade, it's also getting affected. There was a Serbian drug lord. He died from COVID, and it also caused an impact on the drug trade here. So we have to understand that that we need to take responsibility.
Yes, we do.
We need to
Take responsibility for our actions and stop blaming everything around us except ourselves.
We cannot always blaming other people for our actions. We as a nation can move forward, and we need to reconcile this problem that we have, that's about slavery, about all kind of stuff that happened in the past. Those are gone, and we need to move on and try to build a better society for our next generation.
Yes.
Okay, your turn.
So I would like to mostly emphasize on this depression thing, because I know it is a big impact now. This is more of a concern now than COVID is, because this social strain, especially on people that has depression already and has anxiety and all those things before, it is going to get worse, and it's going to get not to the stage you want it. Mind you, we have family and all of this, and we want to be strong for our family, our kids and all of that. So with this social distancing thing, I'm not saying you're not supposed to wear a mask. I'm not saying you're not supposed to take this thing seriously, because it is a killer and it is affecting our society. But we're not supposed to take so much emphasis on this COVID thing, because, come on, whether or not, this is like a flu. This is like a flu. So you're going to get flu sometime or the other. So just like COVID, you're going to be sick if it's even once, or preferably you have a higher risk of getting COVID than anything else now. So the thing is, I run away from it. It's going to run it down. So try to put more emphasis on trying to get people to have more jobs. Also, people to try to be more comfortable in their surroundings than worry about COVID so much.
Also that we also have to understand there's also a drop in birth rates in the world, because it is also going to induce a lot of societal change, in the long term effects on the economy.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a smaller workforce in the future.
Yes.
Because of people losing their jobs. A lot of people, especially in developed countries, they're not going to want to have more babies during these hard times.
Yes.
So it's going to have a lot of tremendous societal problems impact on people. So I'm not spelling doom and gloom, but I'm just, trying to place the facts.
Yes.
What I see, I try to observe. I try to make sense of things coming. So we have to put things in place for
yes, to try to make this better.
Better for
For
us
just
and our
not
children.
better, but a little more comfortable.
Yes, a little bit more comfortable. Because I believe, this is my opinion, I believe that in the future that government's going to take away our rights slowly and surely over time, because of what's going to happen, because of the economic impact. A lot of people going to be hungry, a lot of people going to be frustrated, and people going to be a lot more xenophobic. People going to be more hungry on the system, and martial law. I mean, they're going to put in a lot of stuff. They're going to want to militarize the police force. A lot of things like that might happen in the future. So
hear what we are saying, might. We did not say have to.
Have to.
Because I know you people will attack us. So we did not say have to. We say might happen.
Might happen. So Jamaica, we are a small nation, and despite we're a small nation, we make a big impact on the world stage, and people are watching us.
Yes.
So, we as a people, we need to start loving. This crime rate is exploding. It's going to cause a lot of depression. A lot of people who are witnessing crime and the COVID going to have PTSD. A lot of people, we have been suspecting for a very long time that a lot of Jamaican people have been having a lot of mental illnesses, and we're not recognizing it. So this thing is going to just make all that explode. So, you can research it yourself and see that also, a lot of people will always form their own opinion.
Yes.
And no matter what, we always have a core belief system that
yes.
we will never change. We call normalcy bias, so we are not going to change. So because one thing how it's happening all the time, we expect it to keep this way. So we're not going to change. Certain people not going to change.
Yes, not all.
And remember, change does not come from outside; it comes from within.
Yes.
The person has to change.
Yes.
I can't change a person. Okay.
So we're talking from facts. So none of this is made up, or we think that we should say something, so we are going to say something. We done our research. We have researched, and we have looked at facts and what can possibly happen and what can't. They're not just talking. We are here. We don't have anything to do, so they're just going to sit here in front of this camera and going to say some things that are not true. We have done research. So these are researched, so you can search for it for yourself, and you will see what we are talking about.
Also, that we're gonna see a lot of, especially in the US, we might see a lot of hate crimes. Like I say, COVID going to cause a lot of frustration,
yes.
and it's going to cause a lot of fragment. It's going to fragment the society, where people going to, be more divisive. So they're going to choose a different camp. They want to choose a different camp. Everybody going to choose their own group to belong to, and over time, society going to crack. So we have to prepare for those things, and we have to, during those times, we have to be more closer to God.
Yes.
We want to make another video on religion.
Yes, we're going to.
I know it's going to be a hotly debated topic.
Yes.
We're going to research all the different type of religions.
Yes.
And we're going to try to look and understand, and also look at the history, because you cannot understand something if you do not understand the history about it. So we need to look at the history of those things as well.
So I'm here with the big ups now, because I won't do a long video, because the videos are so long. So if you want a part 2 on the same topic, just let me know right down there in the comments. So I love for you guys to like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I really appreciate it and love you guys. And now for the big ups. So, or shout outs, I should say. So Debbie TV, that's DEB TV. Debbie, yes, she's one of my followers. She has a channel also. Her name is Deborah. So Debbie TV. You can just type in it and look for it. She has a page, a channel, and she's on Instagram also. This is one of my good friends. And you have Frozen Oreo, that's one of my subscribers too. And you have also Robert Stewart and Samantha. Samantha, yes. Hey girl. I have Paula and Rosemary Jacket. Those that have not called their name, remember I love you guys and I remember you. I said for you to send your shout outs here and you did not, so I don't call a name. Forgive me. Ronville Brown and Jermaine. Yes. Thank you all so much for supporting me. I remember Deborah, Debbie TV. And to go over guys and just give her a like and a subscribe and all of that good stuff. So thank you guys. Peace.